So in case you people might have been asking, what are they doing? Well, here is some part of what I am doing. So this is a solenoid valve that's being controlled with 220 volts, so it's the real thing. And this is a two-way relay that allows me to control two of these valves. So right now this guy is on, and here on my phone I can do something with these things. And if I press the button, there is a light that turned on. This is making noise, and it also has a little light that is now on, which means now this should be open and water would be able to flow through. Let's turn it off again, and there we go. So this will find its way out in the field in a box, and we need to construct that box first. It will be a plywood box, insulated and protected from the rain via fiberglass, so we also have to learn how to do that. The material has all arrived, and now it is time to practice and understand how all this plays together and how we make the right type of boxes. This is the pump that floats in our irrigation pond. We took it out to have a look to see whether there is a need for some maintenance, but the pump is okay, nothing to be done. What's interesting is all these insects that are somehow coming out because of the sunlight. I don't know what they are, but apparently they don't like to be exposed. So I should probably start documenting what we have done so far. I've been busy and not filming. So this is in front of the wannabe food forest, and our irrigation system works now a little bit better. We have two pumps and can switch between the powerful one and the one that is a little bit more gentle. And we have also planted cypress trees here. We made some mounds around the trees, and there is a variety of drip irrigation for each tree individually. I think you can see it here, how this comes out. This whole line is basically another wobbler, so there is a pressure reduction valve at the beginning of this line. This drips a bit less. These things are not very reliable, so they tend to clog up, and then it won't come out. So we've been thinking we should probably put several for each tree, so that the case that nothing comes out gets avoided until the next inspection. But most are working fine so far. We did the same for the other cypress trees that were in very bad shape because of that very same issue. It becomes hard when you do too many things, and too many things begins by doing things where you actually have to go to see how things are working, because then you might not spot that there is an issue. So this permaculture idea of doing things around the house and then step by step venture further out makes a lot of sense, because you will not notice, or you need to have good monitoring. And of course that's what I'm trying to do, but it also takes a bit of time to figure this out and install it, plus resources. So this one I need to fix, but that's when I put the phone down. So this is the cypress trees that we planted. This is working out very well, that wobbler there. It does irrigate. but it doesn't irrigate. No, yeah, it does. It's just the light that made this difficult to see. But it is definitely working. The thing that I'm a little bit worried about is that these palovnia trees that suffered in early May from frost have still not recovered very well. So I'm wondering if they will ever recover, or if this is just a temporary thing and basically we lost the growth of this year. The question is, would it be better to cut them down and let them resprout from below? Or will this be different next year? And I'm very reluctant to cut anything down without really knowing what this might then lead to. There's also another detail, and it's about the machine that we have available. So with this pretty big backhoe, it is hard to do some fine work. It can be done, but it requires a lot of effort. And you see how this area got left. So something smaller I would love, or an actual excavator on tracks. Initially I wanted to have such a thing, but that would have meant to do twice the investment. So we bought this used backhoe for 20,000 euros, to give you some figures, and a combination of a tractor and an excavator to do the same things, but of course better, would have been easily be 60,000. So if you look at these numbers, it's pretty easy to make up your mind. But then I wish I had a regular excavator that would allow to do this much easier. So something like a Bobcat E45, that's something that I see frequently being used. That would probably be better. It has a dozer blade and can move this, and then you can use the arm of the backhoe basically like an extension of your hand. But even better are those that have this swivel attachment, where you can rotate 360 degrees, and then you can do all kind of fine work. But all this costs money. But eventually it is very effective. So every time I see a video about someone doing that, I wish I had it to take care of this in an easy way. I am experimenting and learning how to do electrical installations the proper way, at least that's what I think. And I want to point out a few things. So some of you have said this looks chaotic, and yes, I agree. And then I asked the local electrician if there is a better way, and the answer is no, we always do it this way. And so I set out myself to find how it's being done elsewhere. And then I found this, and I think this looks a lot nicer. I'm not completely happy. This is one brand, and there is another. So this is Vago, or Wago, if you pronounce it in English, from Germany. And then there's Phoenix Connect. They make a similar thing like that. And I want to try this next. So down there, this is the neutral. And up there, there is a bridge. Now you can see it, that thing there, for the live wire. And the other brand uses two bridges instead of that bar at the bottom. And I think that's a bit nicer. But in any case, I'm trying to learn how to do this in a more organized way than this. And my goal is to remove all these. These two actually, they will go outside to the edge of the network, and then they will be gone from here. So that's another box, but outside. And then the right panel, or the right box, will then only hold the circuit breakers for the cortijo, and everything else will be distributed from over there, from the left side. But then I'm not an electrician by trade. I have to pick this up myself. And of course I need to be careful and research and really understand what I'm doing, because electricity can come back and bite you. And I don't want that to happen.